5-year-old daughter would give me an excuse like that. I said, oh man, like, where's this guy going with this now? I said, I got it, I understand. Okay, I said, why don't we just end this now? You want to put gas in your car? He says to me, you know what? You're a real blank and blank. Starts cussing me out. I'm saying, oh my Lord, right? Now I'm thinking, I'm looking at this guy for 1 second. I want to take the gas out of the car, put it on him, and throw a match on him, right? That's the old instincts coming out. And I'm struggling. I'm breaking out in a sweat. I'm struggling. My wife's in the car reading the Bible. The kids are out to the thing. Now, I'm getting really nervous about that. I said, look, why don't you get in your car? Put gas in your car. That's why you're here. Now, with that, my daughter, my 21-year-old beautiful daughter, Amanda, my feisty one, okay? She comes up, you pull into a gas station, the kids smell that, they come. You got to gas up everybody's car, right? So she comes in, she's ready to put up gas. She sees something's wrong. She jumps out of the car. She starts walking my way. Daddy, what's wrong? I said, Amanda, get back in the car. Get back in the car. Because if he would have said something to her, he was getting gassed. That was it. Lord, I'd have said, Lord, forgive me later on, but man, I got to handle this the old way right now. With that, I am not kidding. His wife gets out of the car and she starts cussing me out. You would think I was starting a nuclear explosion in a gas station. And I had already turned the car off. I'm sweating. I'm putting the gas in the car. I'm saying, Lord, please, I'm praying. This Brooklyn stuff come out. I'm praying. Finally, I get back in the car. As I'm getting in, I'm saying, let me get this guy's license plate number. Maybe I'll bunk into him at Starbucks or something. Who knows, And I'm fighting that urge. I get back in the car. The thing is, people, okay, we have struggles every day. We're not perfect. Believe me. But I don't know if I would have resisted that if Jesus didn't have my back that morning. Okay? All right. So guys, don't think it's going to become perfection after that. I tell people, this is not heaven. We're still on earth. We still got issues we got to deal with. But man, when Jesus has got your back, your mind changes, your heart changes, things seem to work out. Right? Okay. So I come into the life. And I'm motivated to do two things. I want to get my dad out of prison, and I want to make money. My dad says you make money in this life. It translates to power. I told you about my dad. Translates to power, not unlike the real world. So I'm very motivated, very aggressive. 18 hours a day I'm working. I want to climb to the top. I want to make as much money as I could. Get to be the best possible mob guy I could be. Okay? You saw the video. No need to get into it. I was fortunate. I knew how to use the life to make a lot of money. I'm pulling down $8, $9, $10 million a week in all my operations, okay? Boss comes to me. He says, Mike, you're doing a good job. I'm going to make you a capo regime, a captain. That's the process. No blue states, no red states. We could have taught the Democrats something during primary season. Let me tell you, cut and dry real quick, okay? Says you're a captain, that's it. Okay, and from 1980 until about 93, I operated as a capo regime, a captain in that family. And I want to tell you where I was at that point in time when things started to change for me. I'm a captain in a family. I got 300 guys. I'm 31 years old. I got 300 crazy guys under me. I organized the Russians in Bay Ridge, okay, Bensonhurst. We were all in the gas business, making money hand over fist. I got 300 crazy guys under me, ready to do anything I tell them to do. They were grooming me to be the boss. The boss's son was close to me. We both got straightened out, made at the same time. One of us was going to be the boss, the other the underboss, okay? I go to trial 5 times. I beat 5 cases. Rudy Giuliani indicted me in 1985 before he was the mayor of New York and presidential hopeful. He was the U.S. attorney in Manhattan. I was the first mob guy he indicted under the RICO statute. I was the lead defendant. I had 15 co-defendants. The day of my arraignment, Rudy comes into the courtroom. He says, Francis, he says, if I convict you on this, you're going to get double what your father got. I'm giving you 100 years. And that's the kind of time they were giving mob guys back then. I was cocky. I said, hey, Rudy, bring it on, man. I beat you guys 4 times already. Let's go for a 5th time. Okay? Dumb, but that's what I said. I go to trial after a 7-month trial. By the grace of God, I was acquitted. Some of my co-defendants got convicted. They got 30 years. I would have gotten 100 years. So I beat that case, beat 4 others. I'm making money hand over fist. I got a house in California, house in Florida, house in New York, and I think I got it going on, people. I mean it. Did it go to my head? Yeah. Did I believe in God? Of course. How could you not believe in God? Can you believe in evolution? Come on, it's the craziest thing ever. One day that's going to be one of the biggest jokes ever played on humanity. You'll see, okay? Believe me. Okay. Makes sense to believe in God, even though we don't understand it. It makes more sense. So I believed in him, but did I need him? Was he a part of my life? Was I a practicing Catholic? Of course not. I didn't need God. I was in control. That's where I was at that point in time. Had everything under control. And among many things I was doing, I was making movies, regular movies, not, I hear mob guys, they think it's porno stuff. I wasn't into porno, not porno at all. Okay, I was making regular movies. I sent the guy out to California. He got in the business. I got the bug, bought into a production company, a little distribution company, and we're making these B kind of horror movies. They were big back then. And a good friend of mine, Leon Isaac Kennedy, I don't know if you remember him. He did all the penitentiary films. Great guy. He was a good buddy of mine. He came to me, he says, Mike, I got this great script. It's for a breakdance movie, and I want you to produce it. I said, breakdancer, man, I like music and dance. I even liked rap back then. That's when rap was clean. Curtis Blow, the Sugar Hill Gang, the Fat Boys. That was cool stuff, wasn't it? You can listen to it in a car, not like my son. My son is 19 years old, Michael Jr. This kid has been my struggle in life, let me tell you, okay? The kid has got 8,000 songs on his iPod. 7,990 of them are rap. He knows the words to every single one of them. And this kid, I finally realized what they said, teenagers are wired differently. Because, man, when I met this kid, we are running parallel. He gets in a car, I pick him up from baseball practice, he puts on 105.9, I think that's the rap station, or he's got his thing, and he's singing, and I said, Mike, those words. He said, Dad, I don't listen to the words, I know them, but I only listen to the beats. I said, well, then shut up. We argue all the time, right? I'm telling you. I got 5 daughters and 2 sons, and for all you people that have sons, guys, with people who tell me if I could trade my 2 boys in for 2 more girls, they were gone in a minute. I'm telling you, I'd get rid of them. But anyway, back then it was different. So I said, you know what, I'll make the movie. You can produce it in Florida, I'll make the movie. It was called Nights of the City. I think you can rent it on video. Smokey Robinson did some music. Sammy Davis, he was a friend. It was actually the last film he did before he died. And I had everybody stay in a hotel in South Florida. We had everybody there, all the cast and the crew, okay? We used a lot of local talent, a lot of kids. And guys, you'll appreciate this. I brought 50 dancers in from LA to dance in a film in a professional dance company, right? And you'll appreciate this. I'm sitting by the pool one day, beautiful day in Florida. I love Florida, beautiful day in Florida. I got a drink, I got my guys around me. We're having a great time, ready to produce this film, have a ball. And all of a sudden, I'm sitting there minding my own business. And it's beautiful, gorgeous 20-year-old girl gets out of the water, and I look at her, and I'm kind of blown away. It's like a Pepsi commercial. Everything went in slow motion for me. You know that movie You Had Me at Hello? Well, she had me at the first shake of her hair. The water was like the droplets. I could see them. And so I said, what's going on, right? And I'm going, wow, this girl, who is this girl? And I get a hold of my guys, go get the choreographer, bring him over. I want to talk to him. His name was Jeff Kuta. I said, Jeff, who is this girl? Is she one of your dancers? He said, yeah. I said, bring her over. I want to meet her. Brings her over. Her name is Camille Garcia. I said, okay. Camille, my name is Michael. I'm the producer. I figure she want to meet me. I'm a big shot producer, right? I said, how you doing? I said, listen. I said, I'd like to get to know you a little better. Why don't you and I have a bite to eat, cup of coffee, whatever. I'll buy. Let's meet. She says, sure, no problem. Very sweet, so polite. Man, I'm falling for her in 2 seconds, right? And she says, okay. We set a time and a place. I go, looking at my watch, 10, 15, 20 minutes. She doesn't show up. Stood me up. I figured, you know what? I'm not going to say that. Maybe she got busy. She had to rehearse. She was a hot dancer. She had to, do something on a set. I said, okay. I bunk into her again. I said, Camille, you missed that time. I said, why don't we try it again? She says, sure, no problem. So sweet, right? We set another time and a place. I go. She doesn't show up again. All right? Now it's getting a little serious, right? Now she does this to me 5 times. Now I was arguing with her in the back. She said it wasn't 5 times. She says, no. I was the offended party. I remember. It was 5 times. I wasn't used to rejection back then. I really want this girl, sweet, polite, yes, never shows up, right? And I'll tell you something. My 5 daughters, I got to tell you this. Ladies, you want some knucklehead guy, play hard to get. Please listen to me. My daughters don't. They say, oh, Dad, you know what? They call me a nerd. Would you believe this? They don't care about the mob stuff. They say you wear your hair's too short, your pants too high, you listen to Frank Sinatra, you're old-fashioned. But I'll tell you what, wait a second. I get even with them. They bring their boyfriends over the house and say, hey, come here, I'm not from L.A., I'm from New York. Let me tell you, you're going to treat my daughter. I got my book on the mantle. All right, okay? I got my book on the mantelpiece. I take them outside and I give them a little Brooklyn. They get it. And they girls just say to me, Dad, please don't come to my school. Please don't come until everybody's afraid of us as it is. I said, well, behave and I won't come. Hey, guys, I got to tell you something. If you're not Italian, talk out of the side of your mouth. Get that little Brooklyn accent. Put a vowel at the end of your name. It works. Believe me, the guys will be scared stiff. So now I want this girl, she don't want to have anything to do with me. We're having a cast meeting one night. It's 9:30 at night, right? I see her coming out into the meeting, and she's upset. Something's going wrong. I sense it. I said, oh, this is my chance. I'm going to be a hero, solve the day. She's going to need me now. I got it made. I go in and says, come here, what's wrong? And she starts to finally talk.